Don't
What's
fuck it
going
up.
on? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, fellas.
You're in limbo.
Treason, treason, bang 'em in the tower. Reason, cause I own the power. Treason, make 'em all understand. Reason, cause I own the fucking land.
Okay, it's Saturday night here on the Limbo Podcast, and I am very, very happy to welcome our next guest. This is Trey from a band called Eyeball. One of my favorite bands that's ever sent me music on my Music Saturday shows I do. I recommend everybody checks them out. What's going on, Trey? How you doing tonight, my friend?
Doing great, yeah.
Now you're up in North Carolina, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Whereabouts?
Raleigh, it's probably like in the middle of the state.
Okay. That's cool.
East Coast, yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
What's the music scene in Raleigh like?
There's a little bit of everything. It's actually pretty good. The tribute bands are kind of the big thing now as far as packing out clubs. But there's a lot of stuff going on, except for mostly like what we play is still pretty much underground.
Okay.
So, we get the big rooms every now and then, but, we're fine playing the little bars and everything
Right.
too.
What do you prefer playing? Do you prefer the little bars, or do you like doing the bigger shows?
I like them both. They both have their pluses and minuses. Sometimes with the bigger rooms, unless you really pack it out, it still seems kind of empty even with 100 people.
Yeah.
But some of the little dives, you get 50 people and it's a party.
Yeah, that's right. You
know,
got 50
sometimes-
people in a room that can hold 10. You're good to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Sometimes the smaller clubs actually sound better on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm the drummer, so I'm in the back, and sometimes in the big rooms, it's just like a wall of noise.
Right.
But some of the dives too, the sound guy's like, hey, I got 2 microphones. Where do you want the good one?
Where do you want the good
So
one?
Yeah. Oh,
so
of course.
you have to deal with that kind of production. So, it depends,
I guess
we'll
just gotta
play.
hope for good. Gotta hope for the good acoustics of the building.
Yeah, we'll play anywhere though. We'll play in your kitchen. We don't care.
That's dope. I'm going to get Eyeball to play in my fucking kitchen someday.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Kevin's going to come over. It's going to be a time, we'll call it. It's an event.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So if you had to pick in a scenario like that, where would you put the good mic? Would you put it on your kick or your snare, or would you do it?
Yeah, kick drum.
Yeah. Give it that punch. All right. That's cool. That's hilarious. Well, how long have you been drumming for anyways, man?
Probably 35 plus years, maybe.
Okay. Not your first rodeo then. There you go. That's good.
No, I've done everything.
I was watching a quick clip. You were talking about the difference between playing drums and playing for the song. And that was a whole thing that I never even contemplated in my mind before until now. Can you tell me what you meant by that? Like what is the difference between playing drums and playing for a song? This is from a non-drummer. I'm a worthless person. I don't play an instrument. I rap. That's it.
Okay. Well, it's a broad question, but I guess you could have the type of drummers that are like have a lot of chops and they're kind of showing off, and sometimes it's great, and I love that stuff too. But they kind of overplay, and they're really not listening to the other musicians so much. They're trying to blow their wad in the first 10 minutes and just show everybody how incredible they are. And there's always a place for that, like say maybe prog rock or something like that. But then you got your drummers like Ringo that, just hold back and just play it straight. And, like one example is like, rest in peace, but I love Neil Peart. And I love Ringo. They're like probably my 2 favorite drummers, but put them in each other's band and it would sound terrible.
You're right.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And they're both like great drummers at what they do, but they're perfect for the bands they're in.
Right.
So you kind of have to approach songs like that too. If it's a laid back 3-chord song, don't go to town in it.
You're not doing a solo on the fucking second bar in.
Right. But if you're in Dream Theater, it's expected, and that's what's appropriate for that kind of music,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Playing for the song is just like making creative choices that fit.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's awesome. That makes sense. I get that now. That's cool, man. That's cool. So for people who haven't checked out Eyeball yet, and God damn it, you people better soon, for fuck's sakes. How would you describe your sound to these guys that are just not familiar yet?
The tag every band has to come up with their elevator pitch sort of tag.
Right. That's right.
So we just said experimental psychedelic neo space rock.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I got the psychedelic for sure. Me and Kevin were talking about that when I was telling him to jump on this. He's like, "Oh, they're like psychedelic." How did you put it, Kevin?
It was more along the lines like, it was like almost like psychedelic sounding, but it's like I've noticed every song that you guys have done is like every song is different. It's like almost sounds like it's like a dip coming from like a different band. It's like the tempos for them and all. It's just I've just been really like enthralled into it the last little couple days here. It's definitely some bangers there, man.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, man, no worries.
That was very intentional from the start, is we didn't want to pigeonhole ourselves. Because we all know those bands, like you see them play, and by the third or fourth song, you know all they can do.
Yeah.
They just kind of like rehash the same ideas over and over through their whole 45-minute set.
Right.
And there's some bands, there's always a place for that, like say, AC/DC or, even, I love Slayer, but they kind of they have this one style that they stay in.
But Slayer stays like Slayer all the way, right?
They don't really,
they don't stray from their path.
Which rules, I listen to Slayer. I don't want them to do anything but be Slayer, right?
No, exactly.
100%. But they're not gonna do something like In the Moon like you guys do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
we wanted
one
to
of my
make
favorite
sure.
songs.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we want to make sure we can do whatever we want and whatever kind of band we want to be.
That's awesome.
And then when we write a song and it's out and done, and we're on to the next one, we always have these long discussions about what haven't we done yet, or what would we like to do. We go around the room and everybody puts in their ideas and everything, and then we hash it out until we come up with something fresh and new. Mm-hmm. And so far we haven't run out of gas yet. We're still able to do that. I don't I hope we don't ever have to repeat ourselves, but we haven't had to yet. So
that's
awesome. That's definitely one thing I've noticed too. Definitely Acid War is one of my favorite ones right now. But it's every song is just a different tempo, different. It's just different all the way around, and it's just it's really cool. Been really really enjoyable, I must say.
Oh, thank you.
And you guys have really cool videos too on your YouTube. I was checking those out as well, but kudos all around. You guys got the whole package, I think. You got the good songwriting, obviously super skilled musicians, and then you can present it in a cool package with your videos as well,
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we try and do our videos the same as well, not do the same video twice.
Yeah, they're fun, man. They're fun.
Thanks.
Very good. So we were kind of talking about I was bugging you about getting a record, or if you had made records, and you were talking about a 7-inch that you had started to work on, but because of COVID, that all got shot down. What else for you guys has kind of been stopped in the mud, so to speak? Did you have a bunch of shows planned, or just?
We did. We had about 5 or 6 shows planned at the time, and I also play sometimes in cover bands and tribute bands to get money to fund Eyeball, and all that got shut down.
Yeah.
So that was part of it as well. So yeah, the gigs, and we haven't rehearsed. Everything just stopped, and it's going to pick back up here soon. But yeah, we were recording for a 7-inch and had a whole game plan, and we recorded the bass and drums, rhythm tracks, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So, and it sucks too, because we were top of our game. We've been rehearsing and playing a lot. And, I sing, so my voice was like really strong because I was also singing in this other tribute band too. And I was doing a ton of singing, like more than I've probably ever done in my life. And we were all good to go. And, we'll have to start over, but we'll figure it out.
Fuck. So is the recording process different when you specifically go in to record on vinyl as opposed to just recording for digital? Or that's all the same, it's just the media they choose to put it on that's different, obviously?
Because it's a technical thing, I don't fully understand it, but
Yeah,
I think it's more the mastering.
Okay.
As far as like our part in the band and we're laying down the music is the same.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it's not mastered correctly, the needle jumps off the vinyl or something like that. I was told.
Okay.
So we'll have to probably have two master versions, one for digital and one for the vinyl.
Different frequencies and shit like that. Okay.
Something like that. I don't understand all that part, and I don't want to because I got my own stuff to worry about.
Yeah, so. That's not your department. You just
no kidding.
Got other stuff to deal with. Yeah.
As long as I like how it sounds, that's all good to me.
That's what matters.
Let somebody else figure that part out.
Yeah, definitely. Someone else's gig.
Yeah.
No doubt. That's cool. Well, yeah. If you ever get one of those, you let me know, and I'll totally get one off you for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, likewise over here.
Okay. Yeah.
I just bought a record player. I'm fucking all about it. If you got a vinyl, I've got some sort of currency for you. That's for sure.
Okay. Great, man.
Something. So what else? What do you do besides play music?
I work in a library. I don't know if up there, have you heard of Duke University?
Yeah. Big time.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I work in the library there. I scan rare books and put them on the internet.
Hey, really? That's fucking
So
cool.
I turn pages all day and listen to music, watch YouTube videos. So
damn. That sounds like a great job.
Yeah, in a room by myself.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's really a cool introvert job.
No doubt. Fucking Duke, that's awesome. I love Duke. Go Blue Devils, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird now. It's like a ghost town because
I was gonna say, like, nothing's opened up yet, has it? Like the school has.
No, the whole campus looks like European castles, buildings, and stuff, and there's no one around. So it's like, I don't know if you know that show, The Prisoner.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot like, it's just like that, walking around in there. It's just really bizarre.
That's spooky. Especially near fall right now. I can imagine near fall in North Carolina, obviously that would be kind of spooky looking, but
strange times, man.
Strange
How's it up there for you guys? Same?
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Yeah. Pretty much. I know the schools, like the big university here, is not opened yet. I think they're doing all online stuff. Other schools are supposed to be open next week on the 8th or something, but I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. I give it a week, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Before they shut it down.
Yeah, because Joe's all the way out in Regina, Saskatchewan. I'm in Ontario. It's kind of similar steps here. Like, I think the high schools and elementary schools are going to be opening up soon, but it's going to be 50-50 in school, and then they're going to take the other half of the week at home to do homeschooling. So it's all messy. We still don't even really know what's actually going to happen yet. So.
Yeah, that's the only common denominator in this thing, is that nobody knows what the fuck's going to happen. So yeah,
I honestly don't even know if it's going to even last. Like, I bet you they'll probably just shut it down, make everyone go to do homeschooling, to be honest with you.
They'll open everything up, and then the flu will hit, and they'll close it again.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's too close to flu and cold season. You'll never know what's going to happen.
It's like, we already had one pandemic. Let's just throw in another one.
Yeah. Can we throw in a bad flu outbreak on top of it? Because it's exactly like COVID, which I think is great. So that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It's on the same wavelengths.
Fuck. It's fucking stupid. It is stupid, though. I don't know. I've just been holing up doing my thing. But I know where Kevin's at. They get like 150 cases a day, 150 new cases a day, and that's probably just as many as they can process.
Yeah, it's definitely out on the East Coast here. It's definitely a fluctuating wave. It goes up, it goes down, but it's like, yeah, it seems like I live pretty close to the American border too, so it's kind of like fluctuates and stuff. Especially right on the my girlfriend has her family lives out just on the lake, just like across, like you swim across the lake and you can go to Michigan essentially. But there's the cases out there have just started springing up like tenfold. So.
Yeah, I think it's worse up north where you guys are, or in northern, America than down. I'm about in the middle of the country, so
yeah. New York. I think New York is still pretty bad. I haven't really checked the numbers in a while, but I know New York has always been kind of steadily in the middle when it comes to the numbers being high.
Yeah, New York was like the epicenter at one time. I remember back when it first hit type thing. I think New York got hit the hardest.
The main one of the main, what do you call that, terminal airports for all these international flights, right? So makes sense.
Yeah.
More population too.
Way more population, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I knew a couple people that lived there, and yeah, it was just seeing their Facebook posts during the whole pandemic. It's just like people they knew, so many people they knew were like getting diagnosed with it. A couple people that passed away from it. So just one of those things where it's just like kind of hard to wrap your mind around. So 2020 is going to be a weird chapter in life.
No kidding.
Yeah. If you have to put it on a t-shirt, put on an eyeball t-shirt, I survived 2020.
Yeah. I think every band deserves to get that t-shirt.
I think so too. Jesus. I feel bad for the bands the most because we've talked to a lot of bands on here and everybody, a lot of bands were getting some serious momentum going and then had to pack it all in, at every level, at the indie level, at the, pro touring musician for a living level, like Jesus.
Yeah, definitely. It affects everything, man.
Yeah.
And these venues are struggling too. It's like when everything does open back up, everybody has to start over, even the venues.
Yeah. There's a couple just here in London, Ontario, that have actually like permanently shut down. Like it's only like 2 or 3 of them right now, but it's like I just sure hope a bunch of the other ones don't. Some of those places have been around for like 30 years and stuff. So
yeah, well, that's like the Exchange here. They're shut down, eh?
Oh, is it official now?
Well, it's not official, but they're everything's in a holding pattern.
Yeah, that would be a shame, man. The Exchange was the spot for a lot of the indie and some middle-aged bands for sure. This is a classic venue in my lifetime, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's too bad. What do you do? Think about it. The last show I worked there, I worked security there for many years, and the last show I worked was Soulfly. So if that was the last show I worked, then awesome. So be it. That's cool.
Yeah, no kidding. Could never go wrong with old Soulfly.
Yeah, one of my favorites. I have them all.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We talked to Max Cavalera on here a few months ago, and we had one of his sons on a weekly segment here. So we are Cavalera friendly on this podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
That was good. It's good. But yeah, man, I don't know. You see all these bands online doing like the live streaming of shows and shit like that. Is that something you guys have talked about doing, or is it, I hear mixed things about doing it.
We haven't done it. We don't have the setup to do it. Like I don't even know how. I'd have to have someone come in and tell us how to do it and have all the cameras and the software or whatever it takes. And I don't know how these bands do it, if they record one at a time to
right and then edit it all together.
Yeah, because with latency and everything, I just don't understand how they do it. It'd be cool though, but I would rather just maybe film the band playing live and do that instead of where you see a screen for each band member.
Yeah.
That I've seen a couple of those ones gets a little what do you call that? vertigo-ish when you watch it.
Swing
Yeah,
back and forth.
It'll just be strange, like in the living room, rocking out. You know, I mean, you don't know what the others are doing or anything. You know?
You're just listening on your headphones, doing your thing. Yeah.
Rocking out, just seeing a cat just chilling out in the background.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's fun to watch, but I just think that'd be really strange to do. You know, but everybody's trying to make their way through all this, so.
Yeah, exactly.
No harm in that, boys. No harm in that.
Yeah, got to do what you can to pass the time, especially shut down here. Yeah, that's
stay relevant.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like the fact that just having to be isolated for so long too makes you appreciate once you can actually get back out in the world. Can't wait till things get back to normal.
Yeah.
Cabin fever spurs creativity, and
there you go.
You're limited to that. Then go for it, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Well, at least we don't live in Australia. They're locked down pretty hard over there, I guess.
Well, yeah. I think I was like Italy was still pretty bad too, isn't it?
Was
it?
They have to I don't know.
Yeah. I just at this point I'm just like underwhelmed with it all the time.
Yeah, I don't even watch the fucking news anymore, man. I stopped that shit like 3 months ago. I was like, fuck, man, whatever. It's here. Yeah. I'm still doing my thing as if it's still happening. So whatever. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, use the old philosophy. If it's bad enough, you'll eventually hear it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I guess in Australia they have a thing where like they're allowed outside of their house for an hour a day, and they can't go more than 3 miles from their house.
Oh, wait.
Something like that. Like, that's fucking crazy. You know, and we're bitching about wearing masks. It's like, holy fuck, like, you can't leave your house. Like, we can at least leave our homes and do shit. And they say, hey, you should probably put a mask on and, like, not get people to say, well, fuck you, I live this. Like, well, I don't know. I'd rather be able to leave my house and put something on my face for a little bit than not, you know. I think I'd go fucking crazy if I was locked down completely like that. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be that sounds crazy to me, but I guess it must be really bad over there for them to have to institute some kind of law like that or some rule like that for sure.
Well, I think I was talking to a guy over there, an artist I talked to, and he was saying that they have like only 100 cases, but the city's like 5.5 million people, and they had no cases before. So then all of a sudden they had 100, right? So they're like, well, shit, we better just stomp it, kind of like New Zealand did right off the hop. And New Zealand went like months without any cases. Then they had, you know, I don't know what they're at now, but they had more coming back. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know. It is what it is. It's a whole thing we never thought we'd have to worry about in our lifetime, I don't think. Here we are.
Yeah. Well, just hoping it doesn't have to continue for too much longer, but you never know.
No, you never know. We'll see, I guess. So after all the dust settles and eyeballs back together, you guys are hoping to finish that 7-inch. Is there anything else you're going to be working on?
We started writing for a third show. Our live sets are one continuous 45, 50-minute piece. Mm-hmm. We just kind of walk on stage and start playing and don't stop the whole time.
That's awesome.
That's deadly.
Yeah, we've done 2 shows like that. Like the first one we wrote, we probably did 25 odd shows. And then we wrote another one and we were playing that one. We probably had we were going to say, let's do 25 of that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We started getting up into the 20s and then this hit, but we were already started writing our third show. So we probably got like 3-4 ideas. 2 songs were completed. So we'll definitely work on that and then get the gig momentum back up again and just try and pick up where we left off. But we definitely want to do more videos because we really like that.
Those are cool.
And of course, the 7-inch, and just take it from there.
That's awesome.
See what happens, man. Well, Trey, it's been a pleasure talking to you, buddy. Why don't you take the last few minutes here and just, you know, tell guys where we can find the band, what we can do to support you during this time.
Okay. Our website is eyeball-band.com, and there's everything Eyeball on there. And on the homepage are links to all our social stuff. And a lot like our music, we try and make all our sites different. Twitter's like the ticker tape version. Our Facebook has a lot of videos that aren't on the other sites, more like the quick iPhone videos and little live clips and that kind of stuff. And our YouTube is our straight up promotional videos. So a little bit of everything. Just dig around and there's all kinds of Eyeball stuff out there. So come check us out.
That's awesome. Definitely.
And is your merch store fully stocked?
Not really. We have some stuff, but we sold a lot of T-shirts recently, so I think we got to re-up those.
That's awesome. That's not a bad.
But yeah, so we have plenty of CDs. Nice. Our first EP, a whole box of those. So please pick one up if you want to help us out. And,
yeah, I'll have to get the info. I'll definitely have to get in on that one for sure.
100%.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on. This is cool.
No, thank you, man. It was cool. Like I said, I've just became a fan within the last couple of weeks, and you just got yourself a permanent one, my friend.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
Dude.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I've been a fan of your guys since you sent me that stuff the first time. I think you sent me like 4 songs or something like that back in like February, I think, or January even. I can't remember.
Yep.
But totally been doing it ever since. So
yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. Well, you let me know. You keep us in touch with what goes on. We'll get you back here sometime in a couple months or something like that.
Oh,
for sure, when you get your 7-inch finished.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll help promote, get that out there.
That's right.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
100%.
Awesome. No, thank you, Trey. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Have a good
night,
night,
buddy. Stay safe. All right.
You too.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
Dude.
All right. Good night.
Good night,
man.
All right. That was Trey from Eyeball out in North Carolina. They're a great band, dude. I love them so much. They're so good.
Yeah, man. I was just gonna say, I was like, definitely was listening to like pretty much almost every song sequentially for like the last couple hours before. So brilliant. It was brilliant.
Yeah, man.
I love the psychedelic. The description it reads on the Spotify is so spot on. I'm like, yeah, that's about right. It's like you could definitely just put that on and lay down and just read a book and just get lost in the fucking trance.
Totally. And like I like learning about how they write their live set, how they just start and play for like 45 minutes and go from there. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's like straight up OG style of doing it too.
Man.
Just everyone in a room, everyone plugging some sounds. Say that sounds cool. Let's just add a little more to this, and how about we try that?
Yeah.
It's definitely like DIY style. I like that.
Yeah, I dig that too. Yeah, they're a good band, man, for sure. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely, man. Friggin' what's it called again? Dead Idols tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, Dead Eye Doll tomorrow night for sure.
Deadly. I got all the other stuff booked down here too, so I'm definitely going to be good to go. Get all my notes all ready for that.
Cool. You want to do Dead Eye Doll?
Yeah, man, for sure. I'll be.
Nice.
I work the day, and then we're just doing another like family night type of deal. So I'll be wide open at 11 o'clock, my man.
Sweet, bro. You're welcome aboard, then, buddy.
Awesome, man. I'm happy you had me, man. I appreciate this.
Anytime, buddy. Anytime. Like I said, it's all good, brother.
All right, man.
You guys, I'm going to stop recording. Everybody have a good night. I'm going to have a private conversation with Kevin now that no one can hear.
Everyone stop listening right now.